Red leather,
yellow leather, red leather.
leather, yellow leather. Red
Yellow
leather, yellow
leather,
leather.
red leather.
Unique
Yellow,
New York.
unique New York.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
I've never heard that. We never did that one.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers. Rubber baby buggy bumpers. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Fairway Media's coverage of the 2023 Doug Newland Memorial Doubles Championships, also known as the Washington State Doubles.
We're here located at Fort Steilacoom in South Tacoma, Washington. Tournament director is Director Matt Van Dusen. We're looking for some great doubles action today.
Yeah, so we've got two teams here. We've got Jeremy Marsh and John Babb as Babbling Marsh, and myself, Max Spears, with my co-host Trevor Loftin. Trevor, say what's up.
Hello.
All right, so here is hole one. It's a par 3, 288 feet. There's a couple of low lines here where you can throw a flip-up mid-range or a forehand. Some of the players might opt for the over-the-top shot as these trees aren't too tall. We'll see what we get.
Yeah, many different lines you can take on this hole. Probably see different shots on this hole. We'll see how this plays out.
Alrighty, so first up, it looks like we are gonna have some shouting for start. Good old tradition. Some daps here. You'll see Trevor and myself with some, really cool hats on during this round.
Yeah.
First up, we've got Trevor. He's going mid-range over the top, trying to flex it over everything. It's hyzering out a little bit, and he is well deep of the basket.
Yeah, got a little over on it, a little too much ante. Hopefully Max can back me up here.
I'm going champion V-Rock, trying to do the same line, but stall it out at the basket, a little bit more nose up, and see if I can get the speed right. Turned over nicely. Looks to be slowing down. And that's going to putt.
Perfect shot. Right by the basket.
Here we've got Jeremy Marsh, hailing from Olympia, Washington, I believe.
Yep.
Jeremy's going similar shot here. Not quite as turned over as Trevor and myself. It's going to hyzer out a little early, but that's still a pretty nice putt. Here we got John Babb. I think John takes the bottom line. He does. Nice and smooth. Traveling nicely. A little tree action at the end, but overall, 4 good shots. Trevor just a little bit long.
Yeah, great shot from John there. He's actually a local to this course, so he's played this course a lot. He knows the lines. We'll see how he does.
Here we got John. Ooh, in and out. He's looking at this is probably about 16 to 18 feet here. And Jeremy can't clean it up.
Not how you want to start on doubles.
Here's Trevor from Arlie. So what's going on with this basket? It's not it's not accepting putts. I am very scared at this point after watching everybody miss. And barely, a little left side, and it's in.
Beautiful putt from Max there. You can tell I was very excited. Great way to start. At least one of us can putt.
Like I said, that's probably the scariest 12-footer that I've ever had. Jeremy and John are both great putters. Trevor's also very good, but got it in there.
Here we are on hole 5. This is a par 4, 567 feet. You want to start out with a pushing straight hyzer that comes to where the fairway narrows in. It'll show here up in a second. The fairway pinches in at this opening here, and then you have about 200 to 230 foot upshot where the basket is tucked into the woods back there where you can see some brown spot. Looks like the drone got stuck in the air there. Now we're approaching the basket. So the first shot's kind of a pushing hyzer, and the second shot you want to throw either a forehand or a turning backhand approach, putter or mid-range, depends where you land on your tee shot.
Yeah, this is a really fun hole. It's a pretty simple tee shot, but it can be tough to get as far left as you need to.
Here's Max with the first shot. Pumping out a destroyer here. Looks like hit the gap perfectly off the tee. Looks like it's landing perfectly in the gap there where you want to land. Here I am, same disc, destroyer, trying to do the same thing, but maybe push it a little bit further. I also hit it perfectly, but maybe pushed it a little too straight. I think it's going to end up on the right side of the fairway out there.
We're both feeling pretty good about those drives, though. They're out there, they're hyzered, they're looking all right.
Yep. Here's Jeremy. Same shot. This is a pretty straightforward tee shot. You just got to hit the gap off the tee, put it up in the air, and have the disc do the work for you. John's going to do the same.
John might try to chew off a little bit more. John is probably the furthest, or John and Trevor throw the furthest on this card for sure.
Oh yeah.
So we'll just all be in the same place?
Yep, so John put it pretty high up there. Got a nice skip left. I think he's going to have the best shot of the group. Looks like Max and I ended up on the right side of the fairway, so we have to throw a little turnover to get it to the basket. See the basket showing up there at the end. I think Max hit a tree, kicked left, so not too close. I'll try to do the same, but hopefully miss the tree. Keep mine lower. Looked like it was going to get to the basket, but unfortunately caught an edge and rolled to about 40 feet. Jeremy and John were about 30 feet in front of us, more to the left, so they have a little bit easier of a upshot.
Yeah, this is a nice spot where they are. You can see that the gap has opened up more for them. He's able to turn that right through perfectly. That's sitting only maybe 8 to 10 feet away from the basket. Here, John's going forehand approach. Good snap, but a little wide left. Ooh, almost makes it.
Yeah. Jeremy was already parked, so John had the green light. Here's Max from about 50 feet, actually.
I'd like to get this one.
Oh, huge putt from Max.
I thought it was hitting the cage pretty much the whole way. You can, I think, hear me ask it to stay above the cage, but yeah, snuck that one in there. Feels good to hit one on the pole after barely making a 12-footer on the first hole.
Yeah, it must have been the safari flap on the hat there.
Do it again. Do it again. Take two.
Oh, it looks like we missed the filming of the first one, but John made their tap in. Both of us got birdies there.
And here we've got hole 6, which is our hole 3. Par 3, 319 feet. You've got this one tree to miss in the middle there. You want to either throw a pretty just dead straight shot down the left side to get to the left side of the basket, or just a slightly flipping up hyzer down the right side. The right side's a little bit more technical because you have these bushes to miss just before the basket, but it's a little bit easier to hit that right side gap, as you can see here.
Yep. I'm going stable mid-range. There's one tree in the middle of the fairway. I got lucky and missed it.
Oh, a little bit of a rough kick at the end there. That was going to be not too bad. I think with the kick, it pushes him out towards the edge of circle 2. Here, I'm also going stable mid-range. I'm trying to go right side, but I get a little lucky down the left. Similar area to Trevor's, a little bit closer.
I almost brought you a bag of dirt.
Here's Jeremy with, he brings a bag of dirt from his home course. Instead of using like a chalk bag or something, he swears by it.
Yeah. Looks like it didn't give him enough grip there. There's one tree to miss in the middle of this fairway, and unfortunately Jeremy hit it.
Here's John. I think he's going putter here, and he just does not get that to flip up. So that one is going to push out left, and you can hear we're dealing with a little bit of slippery tee pads here today.
Jeremy and John are about 60 feet or so short of the basket, so they got long putts to make. Jeremy misses his first. Here's John.
Let's see if John can stab one in. John's got a very aggressive hyzer putt he can make from these distances. It's a nice bid from John, just a little bit right side. Here we've got Trevor up against a holly tree.
Yeah. Not feeling good with the holly. I think we're about circle's edge. And get that to go in. That was great.
This is a really nice start for Trevor and I to get these first 3. Little turkey. Really gets that confidence going. You can see us back there feeling it a little bit.
Yeah, but those safari flaps are really helping us out there.
Yeah, we're definitely feeling the hat power. Here's Jeremy, a little bit awkward, but he should be able to clean this up. Taps it in. Jeremy's known as a very good putter. That's pretty easy work for him. They'll clean up their par, and we'll head on to course hole 7.
Yep, hole 7. This is one of the tougher courses or holes on Northwest out here at Fort Steilacoom. This is a slow turning to the right 308-foot shot. You got to hit the first gap between these two trees, and then have it slowly turning to the right the entire way, missing all of these trees all the way around the corner, and then reaching to this basket over here. So it's a very defining line. You either have to throw a slowly turning backhand or a pushing forehand that skips at the very end. There's also a late tree right in the middle of the fairway you gotta miss, so tough gap to hit off the tree, off the tee. And then a slow panning shot to the right. Here's Max stepping up with I think it's a DX rock.
Yeah, this is my oldest rock that I still bag, and I am always scared of this gap. I'm just trying to throw it hard, a little bit of hyzer, see if I can turn it.
Oh, almost puts it in. An amazing shot from Max there. Missed every tree. Here's a replay.
This one felt really nice. Got great turn on it, committed through the gap, let that old DX plastic do what it does. Just misses on the left side.
Yeah, great shot from Max. I was happy to see that happen so I could just do whatever I want here. I'm going Leopard 3. Kind of trying to follow the same line, throw it high and have the disc turn. Ooh.
Very similar line there, Trevor. It looked like you were maybe even tracking more for an ace if you would have missed that last tree.
Yeah, it was definitely going to look like it was going to go far. Unfortunately, caught the last tree, so didn't get close. Here's Jeremy trying for the same line. He hit the right tree off the main gap. Terrible kick off into the woods. Here's John with the forehand.
Forehand is tough on this hole. It's really technical. It's hard to get the right flip up on it. And it looks like John's done a really nice job.
Yeah, we all thought John was parked. It looked like they were about to circle's edge, but they have this tough bush right in front of them that is blocking the entire basket. So Jeremy's stepping out to try to get around the bush.
Jeremy goes, interesting technique here. Bare knee on the ground, really trying to feel his point of balance. And a really nice putt.
Yeah, great conversion there, even if they were off behind the bush there.
Those are tricky putts to make. It can be tough. Just so many things to think about with the leaves and being on a knee. Nice putt by Trevor to clean up our birdie there. You can see my nice beat up orange DX rock. Trevor's giving me a nice little wipe off there.
Of course.
What a guy.
Keep the doubles team happy.
And here we've got hole 8, par 3, 361 feet. This is a very difficult hole. I don't know that I've ever gotten a birdie on this hole. You're trying to throw a pushing hyzer that travels through this fairway, makes that main gap, starts to move just slightly left. You can't have it hooking. You can't throw something too stable because it'll skip way too early. You need to push it down that right side, skip to the right side of the basket, and try and get yourself in the circle.
Yeah, I've taken many bogeys and singles. The first gap is so hard to hit. Really, you just want to hit the first gap and have the disc do the work for you.
What are you throwing here, Trevor?
I'm going Star Destroyer because it's doubles. I just want to get down there. And it unfortunately hit a tree, but it got close to the basket, I think about 60 feet out.
Yeah, that was looking really nice out of your hand. And I am feeling nervous. As I said, I don't throw this hole very well, and so I'm just trying to push something through the gap. And I did not do that.
Yeah, that's the one tree to miss. You just want to miss it to the right and then have it swing left. Very common to hit that one there.
Here's Jeremy's looking to build on the birdie from the last hole. A little bit early, but he's squeaking through. Catches some cabbage just short of Trevor. Might be just outside circle 2.
Mm-hmm. Great result after missing the first tree to the left.
Yeah, definitely. Here we got John. I think John is maybe even going mid-range here.
Yeah, I think he's going wasp. I guess John plays this course very often. He knows his discs. John can throw so far he can get a mid-range down there. Unfortunately, he caught that tree, so they're about, yes, edge of circle 2.
Yeah, John's looked the cleanest off the tee there. And a really nice putt by him.
Amazing putt.
You can really see the speed on that hyzer putt there where he is just stabbing it at the basket and going full send to try and put it in. Looks like we missed our putts there. Trevor and I both did not convert on our birdie putts. Here we are trying to look for par. Not quite as close as we'd like to be, but should be able to clean this up.
Yeah, I was definitely nervous of having to put that comebacker from about 20 feet. Happy to see Max put that in.
Yeah, it's never fun to have that 25-foot comebacker.
Yeah. Here we are, hole 9. This is an uphill 219-foot shot. Plays like 250, 260. You want to throw a pushing hyzer that just misses this tree on the right here, and then comes up onto this plateau. It drops off steeply to the left of the basket, so you don't want to throw too much of a hyzer. Here's Jeremy. He leaves it out a little bit too far to the right. He's going around the tree you want to miss to the left, but it got backdoor, so it's probably about 25 feet. John's probably going mid-range here. Looks like a great shot. Almost went into the basket. Honestly, I don't know where the perfect shot.
Yeah, that's a great shot by John there going putter. Here I am throwing the same V-Rock from the first hole. A little bit left side, but you can see it catch a tree there and stay not too far away.
I'm going Cayman. I leave it a little bit too high. It's probably going to go far left of the basket down the hill. But Max was close enough to have us easy putt for birdie.
Yeah, caught a really nice tree at the end of that. I think I was in danger of getting a skip down into the depths there behind where Trevor is.
Sorry, I'm used to playing doubles.
Here we got John trying to clean up a short birdie. Right on the pole. Very nice job. That's really a must-get birdie, especially in a doubles tournament. Can't be messing around with, anything of a stressful putt there. On to the next hole. This is a par 3, 332 feet. This is a tough one. You have OB lining the left and the right side. You're trying to throw a well-paced forehand or a turnover backhand mid-range, trying to get it to go straight as far as you can and then break off gently to the right.
Yeah, the OB on the left and the right of this hole makes it very difficult.
Nice shot, John.
John throws a nice one, turns just a little bit. Here we've got, folks, just so you know, a little tiny bit of camera fog. This will go away here shortly. Jeremy's going to try the same line. Looks to be turning over a little too early. He's going to find some OB on the right there.
Yeah, John was pretty close already. They're just trying to get a little bit closer. I'm going rock, just trying to do the same thing that John did on the first shot.
Trevor with some nice snap. Looks a little bit left. And he gets smacked down. Did that stay in bounds?
It did stay in bounds, luckily. Very close, though.
Here, I'm trying to throw... I think this is an EMAC Truth, and I just get way over on this. Height is decent, everything else is not.
Yeah, luckily we stayed in bounds here, so we're just getting our up shots in. Short hole, so giving this a little bit of a chance for a run.
Yeah, I'm trying to bid that with a little nose up, slight flex with a stable putter. Not a great effort on my part. Trevor throws a much nicer shot here to get us into an easy par position. Here we got a birdie look from Jeremy, lining up from about 17 feet. He knocks it home. A little bit high right, but close enough to the pole to stick, and they are stacking up a nice birdie there.
Yeah, this is a great hole to get. The OB on the left and the right make it difficult to get down there, even if it is only 332. Great get from John and Jeremy there.
Trevor and I clean up our par. And at this point, I think both teams are feeling
reference how foggy it is, it'll be all right.
And here we get Justin talking about the camera fog, trying to convince us to just say that it was foggy outside.
It was a little foggy. Here's hole 11, the canyon hole. This is a sharp decline from the tee pad. We're throwing downhill into this crevasse on the course. It's 273 feet. You just want to throw a dead straight shot right at this basket. There's OB over the road there above the basket, so you don't want to throw it too high, too far. But you're just trying to throw a line drive right there at the basket. Pretty straightforward hole. Here's Jeremy just doing exactly that. Throwing a dead straight shot, probably a mid-range. Perfect shot, went a little bit too straight. They have a downhill putt about 15 feet.
Here we got John. He's going to try the same thing. Takes the center gap, a little bit left side. Gets some nice action and rolls right up to it.
Yeah, great shot from John there. Here's Max going classic rock, I think.
This is that same shield. I did not throw well on my upshot on the last hole, and it gets into, I mean, you're close enough to make the putt, but you got some stuff to deal with.
Yeah, I'm going zone, just trying to rip it right at the basket.
Trevor's throwing a nice one here. Gets the same sort of action that John's did, rolls right up to it. This is a fun hole to throw. I mean, how much do you think you lose in elevation? 50 feet from the tee?
Yeah. It's very downhill. You just want to rip something down there and have the disc do the work for you.
Trevor with a nice putt. That is not a comfortable putt.
Yeah, there's a slippery log there. Try not to slip off of it. It was wet this morning, wet on the ground, so everything was slightly slippery. The tees, the ground, everything. So had a hard time putting stances in off the tee.
So here we've got hole 12. This is a fun but very difficult hole. Par 3, 319 feet. You're trying to throw a big turning shot here. The forehand doesn't really have any chance of accessing the green. You have to throw a high turning right-handed backhand, try to miss some limbs, and find your way up that hill to get as close of a putt as you can. That's what Jeremy's going to try here, going some sort of control or fairway driver. Catches some cabbage, but climbs the hill really nicely. That's going to put them right side of the fairway to about 38 to 40 feet.
Yeah, great shot here from Jeremy. I mean, that's almost as much as you can ask for. There's so many trees, so many limbs that you're trying to miss. It's playing like 360, 370 due to the elevation, so Jeremy's got the perfect shot there.
John's feeling confident to try pretty much anything here after Jeremy's shot. Catches a little bit and falls down shorter than Jeremy's. Pretty common miss that you see there where he just cut a few too many branches on the way up. Trevor, what are you throwing here?
Very old Champion Valkyrie, just trying to copy Jeremy there. I don't think I got it turned over enough, so it's off to the left, somewhere in circle 2.
And I'm throwing a similar disc. I'm going Champion Sidewinder. I've got this turned over nicely, but never quite got the height right. I think if I can get that a little higher, it might push up the hill. So here we are from Trevor's lie. We're looking at about 45 feet up the hill. It plays a little longer. I'm just trying to aim at the top of the basket, give this a good bid, and ignore that there's a camera behind it.
Huge putt from Max.
Right off the pole. That one felt good. You can see here, I'm trying to play it cool, give a little flip with my safari flap. That one felt really nice. This is not an often birdied hole.
Yeah, this used to be a par 4. They changed it back to a par 3. Too many people were birdieing it. So a 2 here is great to have, especially even in doubles.
And you see John go a little long there. That's not going to be a fun putt back. But it won't matter. Jeremy converts. This is the very rare star frame on hole 12. We were feeling pretty pumped about this one.
Yeah, great to get. I mean, it's tee shot takes a little luck to get through all the limbs, and then having a putt going uphill, very tough hole.
I caught the fedora from like all the way across the
Here we're jumping back to, I believe this is the first hole, and we're just having a little fedora talk here.
Yeah, we got some nice hats from the show. I think you should leave. Did you see Brian's hat? I recommend everyone to see the show. Great show. Max and I, big fans. Love seeing the show.
And if you've seen it, just know we also have dice in our pocket. Hey guys, hit that subscribe button.